everybody, Jam Creates here. Got another video for you. We're going to do a review today. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe, like, hit the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. So we're going to get into this. This is The Deep Dark by Call of the Void, which is, it's kind of the name of like the imprint that these are going to be coming out under. Apparently there's going to be more in the future, obviously, since this one was successful. This was a crowdfunded book by Gilbert Deltres and J.L. Giles or Giles. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. I probably should ask them how to do that. So anyway, this was a crowdfunder. It was on Indiegogo. And I backed it because it looked really, really good. And I am happy to say I'm really excited, honestly, to make this video because, spoiler alert, this is a great book. I'm really, really happy with this purchase for sure. Okay, so first I want to get into, before I get completely into all this, first thing I want to just do is just remind you, if you want to get some Smiley Bones or Indie Comics Underground t-shirts, stickers, other merch, mugs, whatever, you can absolutely hit the shop. I'll put the link down below. You can also go to Indie Comics Underground and sign up for Indie Comics Underground, which is my free online zine where I have interviews and previews and artwork and all kinds of cool stuff, artist spotlights, all kinds of stuff about indie comics dedicated just to indie and crowdfunded comics. And also, the cool thing is, there's actually, if you go back a couple of issues, there's an interview with Gilbert Deltres, who was the creator of this, the writer of this, co-creator and writer of this, all about this book. So you can actually read about the process of how it came about and what went into it and his thoughts and all that, like, leading into going into this. If you go back and check it out, go to indiecomicsunderground.com. You can read all the previous issues there. You can also sign up while you're there to subscribe, and if you're a subscriber, you get it sent directly to your email as soon as the new issue is done, and you get it before anybody else on the internet does. So anyway, let's get into this. Like I said, this was a crowdfunder. I got the book and a bookmark. The funny thing is they had 3 different covers. I'll show you the other covers later because they have pictures. You can see what they look like. This was the one I chose. The interesting thing is the bookmark is actually the same art, but without the goggles. She's got the goggles on there, no goggles on there, which is kind of interesting. It's just like one of those little things. The other thing I want to mention that Gilly said he wanted to do with this was to do something like the old horror zines back in the day. So this is not a standard size comic book. So I'm just going to, for comparison's sake, just drop this in here. This is a regular sized comic, and you can see the size difference. It's actually much bigger in terms of the page size, the dimensions. So just so you have a little something to compare it to. So then we get into it. Like, you got this beautiful cover, and then you've got, I actually had to move my camera back from my normal spot because it's so big. I had to adjust the tripod a little. So anyway, this was crowdfunded on Indiegogo. I guess they did an Indiegogo and a Kickstarter. I backed it on Indiegogo. I absolutely would recommend checking out and following Gilbert Deltres, like, on Twitter and whatever. Like, you know, he's just Gilbert Deltres on Twitter. He is constantly working. Dude is a hustler, man. He is hustling, putting out books. He's got one project that I am absolutely just stoked and waiting on. It's Galactic Rodents of Mayhem. That book looks so freaking cool. I can't wait for that book to come out. And this just makes me even more hyped for that because he puts out a quality product. And the dude has delivered on multiple crowdfunders before. So I think he's done like 4 or 5 at this point now, and he's delivered on all of them. So you don't have to worry about he's going to be one of these guys who doesn't deliver or delivers a crappy product. He's building a brand for himself. He's building a reputation for himself. And so he worked with the artist previously on a crowdfunded book called Under the Flesh. And so that you can see, like, the art just right away. As soon as I opened the book, this was the craziest thing to me. I got the book and I'm like, oh, wow, it's so big. It's big. I knew it was going to be bigger, but still it was interesting to get it and open it and see it being big. And then opening it up in the very first page, just seeing this art, this fantastic black and white art on really like a quality paper. Like this is some nice quality paper here. I don't know what stock it is. I'm not a paper snob or anything like that, but I do like to give you guys the info on what it is. Really good stuff. Like just absolutely 100% just grabbed my attention. And like when I first got it and started flipping through it, I was like, man, oh man, I can't wait to read this. And so I didn't wait. I just read it. It's absolutely fantastic. It is the story of, there was these girls, you know, there's 6 of them. They're on a bachelorette party. So they basically like rented a boat, they chartered a boat, they're going out in the ocean, they're gonna have some fun, swim in the water, have a good time, have some drinks. You know, they're having a good time. It's, you ever watch Below Deck? That's what they're doing here. I guess, sort of. The one thing I will say, this book is definitely 100% not meant for kids. It is a horror story. And while there are some horror stories that I think will, you know, kids could read because they're not super crazy or anything, this one I would not, because there's nudity and there's violence and, you know. So anyway, they're going on this, you know, they're going on this bachelorette party, and they're having a toast to the girl. She's the bride, and there's all this, you know, like stuff. You kind of get to know them a little bit. It's nice character development going on. I am going to, I'm going to skip a little bit, see if I can kind of, I want to show you this because it's so nice looking, like that face, like the faces and everything are just so good. Like the artwork is just absolutely amazing. And so they're diving in the water, they go down, they see something down there, like it looks like ancient ruins and stuff, and there's like these like carvings, and they don't know what exactly it is, and then something very bad happens. Some bad things start to happen, like you can see from that page right here, from this panel. I'll cover that. You can see like she is not having a good day. So anyway, going on, like things happen, and I don't want to spoil it, but like things go very poorly for this group, which you would imagine from any kind of horror story. You know, a group of young women on a bachelorette cruise in the ocean, and then bad things start happening, and then people start getting killed, and just, you know, crazy stuff, and they don't know what it is that's getting them. Like it's just this weird thing, and they're not really sure what it is. And just, I don't want to spoil because it, you know, like it has like, I mean, they kind of tell you when they say like there's Lovecraftian elements to it, but I'm gonna just skip ahead because I don't want to show you the ending, but I did want to show you the other covers. So you can see these were the 3 covers that were available. This is, like I said, this is the one I chose. I had a really hard time choosing, though, quite frankly, because all of these covers are really fantastic. They have a thank you page for all their backers. Just really good stuff. I don't want to give away too much because I'm hoping they're going to do more Call of the Void comics, which are going to continue to build on this stuff. And my hope is that, like most campaigns, when they do their next one, they'll have an option for you to get this one as well. So if that's the case, that would be really cool. I would absolutely recommend getting it. It's, like I said, the art is fantastic. The story is really, it's cool, it's creepy, and things just go from bad to worse, which is what you want in a horror story. And just really just great stuff. Really fantastic. I think they absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one. So I 100% recommend, if you can still get this somehow, whether through eBay or whatever, or like I said, if they do another campaign for another Call of the Void project, absolutely, if they give you a chance to get this along with the new one, I would 100% recommend it. Like, this is one of those things where I already know after reading this that when they announce another one and they announce their crowdfunder, I already know I'm planning on backing it. I already know that I want it. Like, it was that good. So absolutely 100% recommend. If you want to see more reviews, stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. If you're already subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. Hit the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at jm_creates. Hit the thumbs up. That helps. Share the channel. Share the video. We're trying to grow. I'm trying to make things bigger. Like I said, if you want to support the channel, we've got merch. We've got other stuff. You can sign up for Indie Comics Underground. All sorts of good stuff. We got lots of stuff rolling here. And yes, I am working on some other stuff. You might start to see some other videos. I want to start live streaming again. I've got some ideas for, you know, I'm going to do probably like typical live streams like I've done in the past, where I'm interviewing people, talking about projects and all that, and promoting stuff. But also I have an idea for just a dumb live stream that I want to do just for fun. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon, and peace out.